What's up guys? I'm Genalyn C Dulin from BPE 41 and we're going to talk about the EDCOM report in 1991 and how is it different from the educational system that we have today. First, let's have a brief history on the EDCOM report 1991. The EDCOM 1991 or EDCOM committee was headed by the late Senator Edgardo Angara at the 8th Congress. He restructured and instituted wide-ranging reforms in our country's educational system during his time. The EDCOM produced a 14-volume report citing the needed education reforms such as Republic Act No. 7722, an act creating CHED. Republic Act No. 7796, an act creating the TESDA. Republic Act No. 7784, an act to strengthen Teacher Education Council in the Philippines by establishing centers of excellence, creating a Teacher Education Council. Republic Act No. 7836, an act to strengthen the regulation and supervision of the practice of the teaching profession and prescribing a licensure examination for teachers and for other purpose. And Republic Act No. 7797, an act to lengthen the school calendar from 200 days to not more than 220 class days. But despite these laws, nothing has changed. Now that we have our background on EDCOM report, let's now talk about the then and now of the educational system in our country. Number 1. Too little investment in education. The EDCOM report in 1991 stated that only 1.3% of the national GDP was allotted to the education sector, making the education system in the Philippines poorly funded. Today, according to the Department of Budget and Management, the proposed budget for education is at 17.6% of the country's GDP, making education the first priority among the projects of the government in the country. The education system today is well funded compared to the EDCOM report in 1991. Number 2. Disparities in access in education. The government today is trying to solve the problem of disparities in access in education in the country by offering free education to primary, secondary, and tertiary levels. The poor can have access to education. Through this, the government aims to end the disparity or inequity in the access in education. Number 3. Low achievement. In the EDCOM report 1991, the students only learn 55% or less of what must be learned. Today, with the help of Senator Manny Villar's No Filipino Child Left Behind, the government aims to give decent education and equal fundamental rights to all citizens. The government also pushes the student-centered style of teaching, where learning focuses mainly on the student's effort on gaining knowledge. Number 4. High dropout rates in less developed communities. The EDCOM report says that higher rates of dropouts came from the rural or undeveloped places. Today, the rate of dropouts is still high. According to ACT Teachers Representative Antonio Tino, by citing the latest Philippine Statistic Authority survey, the high percentage of dropouts is because of the storage of classroom and teachers in the rural places, Also, because of the implication of the K-12 program. The government today is trying to solve this by offering free education to public schools. Number 5. Special needs neglected. Like number 4, rural places like Muslims and cultural areas experience lack of support because of its remoteness. Today, the government tries to cope up with its shortcomings by increasing the budget in education. Number 6. Limited ECE and NFE services. The EDCOM report in 1991 states that ECE, or early childhood education, is only for the rich families. But today, poor families can also attain early childhood education by enrolling to the public schools. Public schools nowadays offer free education to its enrollees. Number 7. Schooling length and class interruptions. The EDCOM report in 1991 said that the class interruptions have resulted to low-quality education. Since 1994 up to today, the length of school days increased from 200 days to not more than 220 days. The Department of Education solved the issue on class interruptions, whether by natural calamities or by holidays, through remedial and make-up classes. In this way, quality education may be maintained. Number 8. Inadequate science and technology. In 1991, EDCOM saw the lack of support by the government in teaching science and technology to the students. Today, through the added financial investment in education, many infrastructure that support educational laboratories that are suited for science and technology classes, such as science laboratory and computer laboratory, were built. Number 9. Ineffective values education. Values education in schools is lacking and ineffective in the 1991 report. Today, the Department of Education added religious teachings as part of their values lesson to make it effective. Number 10. Bilingual education affects learning. The use of Filipino and English as mode of instruction distresses the quality of education. This is viewed as the problem on the 1991 EDCOM report because our country is multilingual. We have many other language or dialect. Today, most teachers, especially in rural places, are allowed to use their language or dialect in teaching to avoid misunderstanding and miscommunication. This helps them deliver better instruction and understanding on the lesson to their students. Number 11. Manpower mismatch. In 1991, only few aspires to be a teacher because of a low salary. Today, the government has raised the educator's salary. On January 10, 2019, the President of the Republic, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, has announced his plan to increase further the salary of teachers by 2.77% to 8.05%. In raising the salary of the educators, the government slowly meets the need in manpower in terms of teaching or education. Number 12. Irrelevance of education. Due to unfixed curriculum, the education taught in schools in 1991 are most likely insignificant to the individual and its social needs. The government copes up with this problem by revising the curriculum and the syllabus in the education system to make it more effective and significant to the needed learnings of the student. Number 13. Incompetent training and instruction. Inadequacy of trained and effective teachers was shown. Graduate studies are mediocre, limited and underdeveloped in 1991 because only few educators graduate doctoral degree that time, and the government also have shortcomings in conducting seminars for teachers. The government today requires its teacher to attend at least one seminar on teaching per year to strengthen the competence of the teachers in bringing high-quality education. The Philippines today has bigger number of doctorate degree graduates teaching in schools and universities all over the country compared to 1991. And number 14, ineffective and inefficient organization. The educational system in the Philippines in 1991 is inefficient and ineffective. By changing the educational system, the Department of Education reorganized the curriculum to make it more effective and to cope up with its inefficiency. A great example on that is the K-12 program, where they added 2 more years to the educational years and they fixed the curriculum per year to make it more organized. That's all we have for today. I hope you learned something about today's discussion. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment on the comment section below. Bye-bye!